Hello everyone, it's Catherine Roberts from YourArtImage.com, and I'm talking to you from California once again in my lovely hotel room, where I've just finished the first of 2 days of a mastermind session sponsored by one of my coaches, James Malinchak. And a couple of weeks ago now, 10 days ago now, I sent out a survey to let you know that my group coaching platform is almost ready to go, and it's raring to go. In fact, I just wanted to get more information from you as to what you would find useful so that I could tailor the content and make it more helpful. So, some people have asked me what is coaching in general, and to give a little bit of an outline and to give it more background about that. And here's the thing. All top level performers, athletes, professionals have coaches. And it's not just about having somebody to hold you accountable or to give you guidance and tips. It's that and a lot of other things as well. So basically what my big aha for today in coaching is, you can go about things, you can go about achieving something and work at it and work at it. And the example that was given is, imagine that you're inside a room, and somebody tells you have to get out of the room. And so you go and you run against the wall and you crash into the wall, and it gives a little bit, but it doesn't give much. And so instead of doing something different, you just keep banging your head, banging your body, banging your fist into the wall, working harder and harder and harder, trying to get out of the room. Not very effective. So then you pick up a chair and you decided to wail on the wall with a chair, and eventually, yes, you're working smarter. It's definitely smarter to be heaving this chair or a hatchet or an axe against the wall than it is your head or your body. So you're working smarter and you're still working hard, but it doesn't get you there that much more quickly. As opposed to the person that, when they're told to get out of the room, just walks over to the door, opens the door, and walks through. So that's working at it the right way. So basically, I have a tendency for most of my life to think that if I just keep working harder at something, if I just keep applying myself, if I just keep learning more and doing this, that, or the other thing, eventually I will get there. And the truth of the matter is, often I'm working harder and longer and striving more and more, and I'm going in completely the wrong direction. Or I don't have good guidance as to where I'm supposed to be going. And I don't know where the exit is. I don't know where the door is or how to open the door and walk out through it. So I think for me, the big reason that I guess depend on actually coaching and going outside of my comfort zone and being met there with somebody that can give me insights that I might be missing. That maybe I'm just so close to something that I can't see the forest, or I can't see the trees through the forest through the trees. In any case, it's about the two things. It's about having somebody to hold me accountable, and it's also about having somebody that can show me the right way to do something so that I can continue to work hard because I love what I do, but the outcome is so much different and so much more efficient and effective. And so, sometimes people ask me or say that they just can't afford coaching. And in fact, I'd like to ask you, what is the cost of not having that? And I'm not talking about formal coaching programs necessarily. I'm just talking about even being in a networking group of other artists, where you can ask them if they've tried something that you're trying, or you can share ideas and best practices with one another. So whether it's a formal coaching program or not, that's not the point. The point is to get out there, get advice and feedback from other people that have experience in your field, experience with what you need, and use that to your advantage rather than just working harder at something or think that you're working smarter at it when in fact you're still not working at it the right way. So that was one of my big takeaways from the weekend and my first day in the mastermind today. The other is, and it's just in general about marketing, and I want to bring this in because I know that the majority of artists that I've worked with, and that's been thousands of artists in fact, one of their big hang-ups or one of the things that they really struggle with or feel apprehensive about is the idea of marketing their work or selling or promoting their work. And somebody said today, and it really resonated with me, that people deserve your art, and they deserve what you bring to them through your art. And if you believe in your art and you understand that you are giving pleasure to others with your art, why would you want to withhold that? So again, it's about sharing. It's not about selling. Everybody uses the S word wrong. It's not about selling. This is about sharing your gifts with others. And those truly are gifts. And I tell you from the bottom of my heart, for those of us that are not able to be visually creative or do not have the skill and the talents that you do to imagine something and then bring it into the physical world so that it connects with other people and shares an emotion or a feeling or a mood or an experience with them, your talent, what you bring, is incredible. I know it's hard for you to understand because it may come naturally to you or it may come easily to you, and you hone your skill, but it feels so easy or so natural to you. I guarantee you, to the rest of us, it's an amazing miracle. It's something we can't even begin to imagine having the ability to do. And so if you aren't willing to share that with us, if there aren't people like you who are willing to give us this gift through yourselves, then we miss out. And I truly believe, because art touches me in such a deep way, and I think that it's something that touches everybody, whether they've learned to accept it or acknowledge it or not, we just need more of it. And we need more of your gifts in the world. So, marketing is a great thing when it's done with the right intention. And when that intention is to share what you are bringing to the world aesthetically, spiritually in some cases, visually, then, I think that it's just really a shame if you're withholding it. It's a matter of you're withholding it from the world. And we need it. We need more art in our lives, in the world that we live in. I know I'm preaching to the choir, but if you don't understand how valuable that is, then of course nobody else will value it. But I guarantee you there are people that value your gifts and your talents, and you owe it to us. You owe it to the rest of us to share that and to get it out into the world. Anyway, so those were I got a little emotional there because I really do believe and feel passionate about this, that you have something that the majority of us are not able to manifest, and that is a creative vision or a creative experience into the physical world. And that's not to say that we don't know how to dream or that we can't imagine. That's not the issue. I have a fantastic imagination, but I am not able to manifest that in the physical world in a visual way. And I think that that's a rare gift, and that I hope that you will share it with the rest of us. So, sorry, I got all off track there. Anyway, that was a bit of a segue there. I got carried away. Last time I talked about using online galleries to raise your profile, and that is incredibly important, I believe. And I think it's a great way to build up your sales, it's never a bad thing to increase your income. I also want to talk just for a second about business cards and the way not only you present them to people, or not only the way you create them, but the way you present them to people. I've advocated for a long time that it's useful to have a business card. I believe it is. I don't necessarily feel that way in all fields, because most business cards are, taken and stuck in a back pocket or chucked into a purse. And part of that is sort of the way that we learn to present our cards as well. So I just wanted to go through a couple of really quick tips. First of all, please, please, please use one side of the business card to put your art. And don't just pick your favorite thing. Choose several images that you think would be a good choice, and ask 5 other people which one stands out for them the most, which one strikes them. And please, 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 please make sure that that the choices that you offer them really represent the work that you are creating at the moment, not work that you did 5 years ago and or work that you hope to do in the future, but work that you are currently marketing and trying to sell. So one side of the card, full front and center, covering the entire thing, your artwork, because you are an artist. Now flip it over and think of a one-line artist statement that could actually be used similarly to a quote. And by that I mean an inspirational quote. So, some people might put a quote on their card saying, what are you grateful for? It could be a quote or a question. What are you grateful for? Or a quote, beauty begins within. I don't know. You have to think of your own quote. I don't want you quoting somebody else. I don't want anybody that's being given your card to be thinking about anyone but you. So pick a pithy statement, a quote, or a question that is inspirational and uplifting to put on the flip side of your card. So you've got your art on one side, you've got a quote at the top that says, remember, and then your quote, or think about, and then your quote. Then you can put your details, your name, your website, your email address, a telephone number. Please try and give a telephone number if you can. Not everybody uses the internet. And if you have one that you can share, a physical address, if that's a studio address or someplace that you're comfortable giving out in a public way. And please, you don't need to put artists, you don't need to put commissions, you don't need to put, anything else about the type of work that you do if we've just seen your work on the opposite side, or if it's available to see on your website. Okay, most people are going to chuck away your business card. So here's why we've got a quote on it. Give them a reason to keep it. Your art is one reason number one, and then your quote or your inspirational expression is a second reason. And when you actually give somebody your business card, don't just, thrust it out to them. Actually hold it out to them, either by both sides, holding it, or hold it out. Silly me, I didn't bring a card. Hand it, here's my room card. Hand it to them like this so they can see your artwork. Whichever way, portrait, landscape, whichever it is, present it. Pretend this is your real art. Present it to them in a valuable way. And when they reach out to take it, don't let them just grab it out of your hand. Hold on to it for a second so that they pause and they're actually seeing your work, and then let them take it away and look at it. Now, here's the flip side of that. When somebody is giving you their card, treat it with reverence. Treat it the way you would like your card to be handled. So take the card from them, look at it, say their name, whatever that might be, aloud, embed it in your mind so that you're actually remembering, and say thank you. And do not just chuck it. I do this. I'm guilty of this. This is how I know people do this. Don't just slip it into your purse. If you're wearing something with a pocket in the chest, men, this is easier because you're wearing a business suit or a coat or a sweater or a polo shirt. If you've got a way to tuck it into a shirt pocket over your heart and then touch it, fabulous. If not, why not just hold on to it and just keep it in your palm and actually, put your hands together and say, thank you so much. Thank you for your card. That's a lovely card. And actually treat it the way that you would like them to be treating your card. In other words, your artwork, because remember, you've presented your art to them. And that's just a little tip to make you stand out and be a little bit different. When you receive that business card from them, and when you're giving your business card. So actually use it as a tool, and this works for postcards too. I know some artists give a postcard rather than a business card. Either one. It's just think about, because we don't do this, I don't think, very often. Think about the way you're actually presenting it to them and the way that you're receiving it. And it just sort of changes the whole mood and changes, everything about the encounter, really. And I think that it can make a powerful difference. So that's my marketing tip for the day, for lack of a better word, and my little feelings about why coaching is so valuable and why I'm here in California. My coach happens to be in California, one of two. And for me, it's worth it. I do Skype coaching. I mean, yeah, online telecoaching, Skype coaching. But sometimes I feel like I need to be physically in the environment, and that's why I'm here 3-4 times a year to work with my coach and the group that I'm a part of. So I will be trying to post one more video. I'm squeezing these in between my sessions and trying not to be too tired, but wanting also to share the excitement of this moment. So I'm going to try and do one more video before I leave Thursday. Wednesday is my last full day, but then I leave Thursday. To share with you another tip that I'm getting while I'm here, or something that's being re-ingrained in me, and bring it to you so that you can use it. And also be talking a little bit more about the coaching program, the group coaching program that I'll be offering, and how, so you can see whether or not it would be of any benefit to you in your career. Meanwhile, I wish you all the best in your creative pursuits. This is Catherine Roberts from Your Art Image. Please leave me some comments. Ask me questions. If there are things that you really find you have a pressing desire to ask, please do so. I really appreciate your kind words and your gestures, but they don't help me help you. So throw your real doozies at me. Find out what you need to know. If you think that I might have an answer for you, ask away on either the video comments or send me an email. It's Catherine Roberts from YourArtImage.com, and I wish you all the best in your creative pursuits.